That'd be really weird to put a lot of stakes on this children's card game, right? Yeah, just shut up and play. You're losing. I won't lose to you. Haha! I mean, Alright, what do you want? Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 41 of Digimon Ghost Game. Clown. Clown! Ah! And if you've watched any of our episodes before, we go very in-depth into these episodes, more than many of you think we should. So if you're worried about any kind of spoilers...
Don't be its Ghost Game.
Yeah, there's no story here. But,
if there
was, you have been warned up front. So, let us dive right into episode 41, which starts with...
Same opening intro we've had since all the way back in episode 2.
Yep. So we start with more or less the formula, as there is some... We see a circus. We see a fairly empty-looking one. There's not a lot of...
Some ominous red lighting and, like, some big eye in the background.
Yeah, some cult-like stuff. It's like, oh, weird. There's no crowd there or anything in the stands or anything, but we see a boy up on a tightrope with a long pole, the very classic setup, and we see the silhouette of what is a clown-looking person or Digimon, and even just looking at this initial silhouette, is that really who?
Is this really who you think it is?
Is this really where we're going? Huh. And after a short time, the boy falls. And there's no net. But he doesn't splat on the ground. And
no.
This is a kid's show. He becomes pixelated? That's not even quite the right word. Because he becomes textureless, like the checkerboard.
Yeah, almost checkerboard time period, yeah.
And suddenly turns into a 6 of spades. Turns into a card that just...
playing card, yep.
Flies up to the guy's hand. Has no indication that there was ever a person or anything there.
And there's apparently some other kids there too, but I don't know about what's going on with that just yet.
Yep, we don't see them.
And then we cut to daytime. And some people walking around outside and saying, "Oh, that famous circus moves around. You'll never know where it is.
We'll never know when it'll show up again." Yeah. Okay, so people know about this.
Yeah, this one is known about at least.
And kids are going missing. I'm sure these two things aren't related.
No, never.
No one could possibly put 2 and 2 together? Okay. Alright, yeah. Well, again, we've gone over how dumb the humans are in this world and not figured things out by now, so...
But apparently, because no one knows where this circus is, we cut to people at the circus, including Digimon, Hiro, Ruli, and her 2 girlfriends.
Mm-hmm. And Angoramon's there as well.
Yes.
Pretty much everyone but Kyo and Jellymon. They're all there. And
well, I mean, the Mika and the Oi in here also means that you knew about this somehow. They're looking for it. So they're not looking at going, this seems suspicious, a circus that moves with no set schedule. You would think a circus would want lots of people and people should know where it is.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing fun and fishy here.
Nope, they must have found about it on the paranormal site and found it. I guess. I don't know. Or those people didn't know what they were talking about 2 sentences ago. Because, yeah, it is strange.
But someone in the circus tent in charge notices on camera that, gee, there's a Digimon.
Yeah, we have some unusual guests today, yeah.
Why this guy looks like Ganon, I don't know, but...
Yeah. It's Ganon, not Ganondorf. I don't care what you say.
I don't care, yeah. I don't care what Lore says. It's Ganon.
Yep. And the ringmaster there just seems, or the leader there just seems like, they don't bother us, don't bother them.
Yep. Who's not the ringleader, despite the 2 looking extremely similar in these forms.
Yes. I think I mistook them for each other a few times.
Yeah, I did too a little bit later. Oh, okay, that's why I thought they were the same people.
But yeah, so all in all, it seems like the show is normal there. Nothing really.
Yep, and they talk about, oh, it's a shame Kyoshiro and Jellymon couldn't come. And we flash
over to Kyo. Well, Jellymon's trying to tug on his leg, trying to get him to go. And
for the first time ever, Jellymon cannot drag Kyoshiro wherever she wants.
Yeah, he's actually... He's actually standing up and saying, no, I gotta work on this forum.
Yep, I told you I'm moving the forum, and says the city. Again, I don't know what this forum's about, who's all going to be there, why it's so big to him. And maybe again, if I know more about Japan, the forum in this city would be just I should know it.
But
Maybe, I'm guessing not though.
I'm an ignorant American. I don't know if I'm supposed to. And so he just gets in a car and starts driving off.
Jelly Monster up around him, looking very annoyed.
Mm-hmm. And as they're standing out there watching him go, Hiro sees a silhouetted, camouflaged Espimon go flying by. He's like, "Oh, hey, what are you up to? I'm going to continue my search for the real hero. Bye." And he leaves too. So then we
get back to
back at the circus. It's an odd series that they decided.
How they put in that order, yeah.
And there's this little mascot. Looks like a possum or something, or rat or something.
Yeah, circus
mascot.
Guy in a mascot costume. Who knows what it's supposed to be sometimes.
Who's handing out these cards or like invitations to kids around.
With a scan code on them, yeah.
Yeah, it's a special event. Don't tell your mom and dad, all these things. And without any prompting or anything, he really just goes up and grabs one.
Grabs one.
Like, oh wait, that's not for you.
But
really what? You said they're just giving them out, right?
Yeah. As the camera pans, we see the invisible Angoramon and how obviously gives it away that this person can see Digimon.
Mm-hmm.
So, gee, what could it be?
Pokemon.
Yeah, I know. Someone that could see a Digimon without having a Digivice.
Yeah, what else could it be? Yes.
And that's why he seemed very hesitant for Ruli to take it, but ultimately doesn't put up a fuss and try to take it back or anything.
Nope. So she goes home. And we go to later that day when she's scanning the code in with Angoramon, and it's all like, "Hey, you've got a special invitation. Would you like to come to our special show just for you?
Do you agree?
Yeah.
Come, yes. Yes, no.
Yeah, and Angoramon's just like, "What, is it going to play a video?" I mean, it just says yes. And the phone goes dark, and moments later, there's a rattling at the window. And there we see two unusual Digimon.
Yes, don't see these two very often.
Yeah, you see Wizardmon all the time. Or Sorcerymon, not Flame Wizardmon.
Yeah, and you usually see this variant of Wizardmon.
And Tobu Catmon.
Yes, who I don't think I've ever seen on animated before.
Yeah, it's
another cat champion. For whatever reason, there's a lot of cat champions and like only one cat rookie.
Yeah.
Strange.
Yeah. And they're like, oh wait, a Digimon. Whoa. Oh, this is the one Possumon was talking about. Gee, I wonder who the Possumon might have been.
Yeah, I even guessed it was a Possumon first watching it.
Yeah.
Couldn't guarantee it was a guess. That was right.
And so there's a bit of a standoff. They're like, oh, what do we do with these ones? We've never encountered another Digimon before. Do we take them? And we hear the ringleader's voice, and it's a spinning card is there, and be like, oh, we want no trouble.
Yeah, don't take the... She was not invited, don't take the girl.
Yeah.
But the Digimon could be useful.
Yeah, and so suddenly there's a box, like you would make your assistant disappear, magician kind of box that shows up around Angoramon and takes him right outside. And, Ruli's like, wait, stop.
Wait, stop. Come here.
Yeah, it doesn't digivolve or anything. Just, he's like, and don't worry, there's no trick to this. And the box starts flipping, opening up, and he's gone.
Yeah. In fact, they all just kind of disappear in a cloud of cards after that.
And then after that, yep, they all just disappear. And
kind of cut back to the circus, and we see a bunch of kids now.
With Angoramon in a box.
Apparently, Flame Wizardmon and Tobu Catmon were busy tonight.
Yeah.
They worked pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were out there, and so the kids are a bit confused after a while of like, wait, you want us to do stuff? Like they tell them that you are the show, not they're here to see a show. What? That doesn't make sense, but we don't want to do it. And so, obviously, they don't take that.
They don't take no as an answer.
No. And a box starts to appear around Ganon.
Yes.
And we realize that he is really not from another universe. He's, Mephismon. He's kind of a demon Digimon. Maybe he is he's from the dark area, so maybe he is from another universe.
I don't want to think about it.
Wait a minute. Yeah, so...
But we pick an ultimate here, a fairly powerful Digimon.
Yeah. I mean, seeing ultimates at this point is not surprising, really. And so they summon up the first kid.
Yep.
Up onto the tightrope again. And, gee, they don't really seem to want to do it. Still. So that's when we see an angry kitty coming down.
Yes.
To also force them.
Not Tobu Catmon. A different angry
No,
kitty.
Lynxmon.
Then Tobu Catmon seems pretty happy and a little too lucky to be part of this group, honestly.
Well, honestly, outside of... They have no other lines this entire episode. They're really just kind of there after this point.
Tobu Catmon, yeah.
Yeah, so... Yeah, everyone else is more involved, but Tobu Catmon's just like... It might just be... The big guy's scary enough. I'm just... I can't.
Could be.
But yeah. And so, eventually he's forced to...
Yep.
Go out the tightrope.
He's told you can either try to walk the tightrope or the cat will eat you.
Yep. And he decides to try.
The tightrope, yep.
And G makes it a few steps and falls like the other kid and becomes some 3 of diamonds or something.
Something, yeah.
And they're like, oh, yeah, the scared ones.
And he flies in his hand and he goes, oh, I've already had this one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Gormon's just standing there in the box and like, who is this guy? What is this? And he's like, oh, even a Digimon. Yes, you wouldn't recognize me in this form.
Digimon in that form, yes.
In this form. And we have a beam of light that comes up, and it really is...
It really is Piedmon.
Piedmon.
And in this scene is actually kind of neat, because you do a lot of effects that indicate that this is a very powerful Digimon.
Oh, yeah. And then Gormon's like, oh, the elusive wizard no one knows about. It's all power, so powerful.
It's Piedmon. Yeah, I'm not going to call him Piedmon, because Pi is stupid.
Yeah.
Pied is a much better name for him.
Yes.
I can't believe something that powerful is here.
Yeah.
Yes, this should be a huge deal.
Yeah.
Really, it should. It should be kicking games in the end game.
Mm-hmm. This is mega, yeah. And so he commands, bring up more. Let us continue. And there is one girl.
Yep.
That makes it. So, how does he reward the girl that makes it? No reward at all.
No.
Just
I made it. You have to send me home now. And as he says a lot of times, why?
Yeah.
Why should I do that?
Mm-hmm. And cards her into a jack of diamonds, hearts. Yeah, don't remember. Like, oh, they're like all excited. It's a face card. Oh no, Tobu Catmon does. Oh, a face card. So I guess they're complicit. That's right. But yeah, and it's like, oh, okay.
And he actually loves brave children, and apparently those ones tend to make higher cards.
Higher face cards, yeah.
And then Goromon first seems to realize that, oh, this is Piedmon's Deck of Grief. Which is news to me, but...
Okay, yeah.
Sure, why not? Apparently Hassel has one too, but in the digital world, that was made out of Digimon. Mm-hmm. But here he can make one out of humans. That's interesting and different. Gotta catch them all.
Yeah. And so we...
Cut outside, where Ruli and Hiro have arrived on Airdramon. Now remember how this thing always traveled around and no one knew where it was or how to find it or what would show up next?
And usually...
They found it, no problem.
Well, yeah, and usually it was Angoramon that called Airdramon, too. I mean, they've called him enough now.
Yeah. This is not my biggest problem with this episode.
No. Yeah,
but they find it easily enough.
Yep.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Gotta keep the storyline moving.
I mean, you could just call out to him, and your Digivice will break time and space to...
They're just not going to do that again.
No.
It's just not going to happen.
They establish that insane thing, and they're never going to use it. Yep. And so
that's Ghost Game.
That's our commercial break.
Yep.
And so they go into the tent just in time for Piedmon to be talking to Angoramon.
Yeah, finally just why he wanted Angoramon.
Yes.
He says basically he wants him to be a mascot to attract more kids.
Yeah, if you won't cooperate, then I'll turn you into this.
So he does, throw the cape blanket on there, which would seem cheap. You might see this. You might recognize this kind of move from Piedmon.
Yeah.
Wonder from where.
Yeah. And he seems to yell and morph in there, and as the cloth falls, we see a little movement, and we get this bunny.
Yeah.
Out of Angoramon, which I think he should make a cuter bunny than that.
It's a surprisingly ugly bunny. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
And I don't think you're going to attract a lot of kids with that there, Piedmon.
Yeah, and so the other two are there, or 3, going to Gamamon.
Yeah. And they kind of yell and they're annoyed by this. And
we get Battle Gamamon ready to fight as Flame Wizardmon are coming up with Lynxmon. They're all ready to fight, and they're like, oh, evolution.
Okay.
And so Piemon's like, wait, this is interesting enough. I want to talk to them
now, yeah.
Okay, we've pretty much established that that has been very common in this season.
Yep.
That the quick evolution is very unique and gets people's attention. Okay, yeah, so that's again consistent. And they're like, and Paimon's like, did you come to rescue this Digimon, perhaps? And
yes, let him Goromon go. And again he goes, why?
yeah.
What do you mean why? Well, the strongest make the rules here.
The weak have to do as the strong say.
Is there anyone here stronger than me? And the answer is no.
No, there is not.
No. Maybe Gulas, Gamamon.
I don't think so. Maybe.
He might be on that level.
Might be at least on par, yeah. Be able to compete,
But gee, we'll never find that out.
Not this episode, at least, no. And
well, Hero says, well, have you ever fought taken on a human before? And he goes, no, I haven't.
No, I haven't. And so they're like, oh, you want to play a game with me?
Yes.
And so, but Hero is the one that makes the claim. And then
as they're talking, Paimon sends his other minions out to fight Battle Gamamon at this point.
Well, yeah, because the minions are like, well, you're going to play a game with her? That's not fair. We want to play a game. Well, the one who defeats him will play in my next game.
Play us. Which again indicates that he does this fairly often. He plays this game a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that in mind when I describe the rules of this.
Yeah. So, yeah, they all go chasing after Battle, and Ruli's like, take care of Battle. I'll do this. So Hero makes the challenge.
So Hero tries to defend and start a challenge, and Julie steps up and takes it on herself. So at least you managed to get the main personality characteristics of these guys right. So that's better than some episodes. So yeah, there's high praise.
And so the lights go out as the stage starts to rotate and change. And when we look back, they're up on this really high pedestal because Paimon's so high on his own power. I don't know. Yeah. There's symbolism here.
It's definitely symbolism. It works.
And he's shuffling cards, and for a moment it seems like everyone's pretty much watching as he cuts to him. And he's like, "I'm interested. I haven't played with you before, or with humans before." And then she starts shuffling and cutting the deck because I'm like, well, this is a game with someone like this. You can't trust them to shuffle.
Yeah.
So she does at least cut it and shuffle. And yeah, he begins to explain the rules. They're each randomly given 6 cards.
6 cards from well shuffled deck. Lay them out in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Alternate taking turns, turn over a card. Higher card wins. Doesn't say what happens during ties.
Nope.
And first 1 to 3 wins.
Right.
So this is a game based purely on chance and luck.
Mm-hmm.
And he determines strength based
by
on
luck.
the game card. Turns entirely by chance and luck. But yet it's an indication that he's never lost this game. How do you never lose a 50-50 game that you apparently play a lot?
Because he's a mega. He's a trickery to mega.
Now, you think, okay, he must cheat somehow, or, he knows how to, he has marked cards or something. But we're never shown that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as Ruli's taking the card, she starts to realize, oh, these are people.
Yes, this is his deck of grief. And apparently that last card was the last one he needed.
Because he says he has a full set now.
He worked really hard to complete this deck.
Huh, okay.
Now again, this should be important, right?
Something
you're playing with this deck of grief. They're made of trapped humans, right?
Yeah, she didn't hear him when she was shuffling.
She didn't tell him where she had. When she picked up the first one to flip it, she
heard.
Here's one. Now, why didn't when you were shuffling it?
Yeah.
But you can hear these people. And he says many times about how more powerful, more brave people make higher cards. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe she can talk to these people and hear and know which one's low and which one's high.
No. At least not that we're established, no.
But now she realizes it's a deck, she also increases romance besides just changing Goromon back to release all these people. So Paimon decides to up the stakes by attacking his own people at times.
Yeah. He's far more just enjoying the game. He's clearly not taking this very seriously. Because, he wins the first hand, the first flip, and that's when, she ups it to that. And so he summons 5 swords, and when he wins, he hits Battle Gamamon with a light sword, which is a Trump sword, but
This is not Trump's sword.
it can't be. Actually,
No, he's
the
not
tag.
doing it.
No. He does not even draw his blade. You know, he does not take. Like I said, it's clear he's having fun. He's not.
But what's the most cliche thing that could happen? He wins the first one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then really wins one. And eventually gets around to the final card, right? And the final round. And Paimon flips over a king.
There's only one thing that can beat a king.
What could really possibly flip over?
Yeah.
What would be the least interesting card for her to flip over?
Yeah.
It's nice. And this is impossible. How could it be impossible? We haven't seen any of the other aces played yet.
Yeah.
There's still 4 in the deck. Statistically, yes, it's low. And there's also 2 kings left, too, so...
Good tie, yeah.
Now, if you wanted to make a literally impossible situation, you had the third and 4 aces played before. Then have him flip over his king. And have the rules established because he goes first, he wins ties. So there's no possible way he really can win. But she picks up the card, stares at it. But her bravery, and her bravery to the jack I had before, they communicate, they talk together, say, this is how we can beat him. And it morphs into an ace. And then she throws it down and wins. That would be cool! But no, we have nothing like that. This literally could have been played with any deck of cards.
Mm-hmm.
You should be ashamed at how cliche this is, Ryder.
Yep. Meanwhile, Hero doesn't really like Gamamon because he never digivolves past battle.
No, doesn't have to because he's never fighting anything but champions.
Yeah, he doesn't have to.
He only fights the champions one-on-one.
Yeah. But yeah, that is all going on.
But by winning this incredibly lucky game of chance,
yep.
Paimon, apparently he has never lost before. Paimon is amazed, and
Paimon admits defeat, and Mephismon is not happy about this.
Yeah, says you
must have cheated, and so she goes immediately past Simba to La Mortmon.
And it lasts for about 3 seconds, and then Paimon says, "Get back here, miss."
Yeah, get back here, minion. Which it looks like he turns Mephismon into a card because there's just a card there, but we look 2 seconds later and he's standing right behind him. So it's like,
you can teleport him or something?
I guess, yeah.
Who knows, regardless. This is mega. Considering what rookies have done in this series.
Oh, yeah.
We can do pretty much anything, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah. And therefore, after we come up, it's probably like sunrise at this point. It's starting to look like. And as agreed, he starts to.
Just all the cards back and puts them all back in their beds on top of it.
Yeah, he knows where they sleep. He sees you when you're sleeping.
Well, I mean, these minions did go and get them, and they signed the card and the contract and all that.
Yeah. And so, and this I have done because I listened to you.
That is the strongest now. That is you because you have defeated me. By flipping over some cards. In a strategyless game. I mean, at least they knew they couldn't beat him one-on-one.
Yeah.
At least they didn't. At least it wasn't a Kaos Gamamon's first appearance being the daylights out of Chromon.
Yeah. And so, yeah.
Then he kind of
stop making, they tell him, don't make people into cards, just buy some cards if you need them. Like, well, if that is all, then I will take my leave, and I look forward to our next game. And with a wave of a giant white
man takes the tent and everybody and
just vanishes.
And he's gone and happy ending.
And I bet you we won't see him again.
Probably not.
And Gormon says his poem and even Ruli looks at him and goes, "What?
What are you talking about?"
It means thank you.
And he says, "It means thank you." Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because even she's got to look at him. What?
It's not the first time she sees someone's poems and just kind of, what are you talking about?
Yes. And so, yeah, it's another episode where nothing matters. Nothing's going to come of it.
Despite the fact that it's a mega. Despite the fact that it should be chiming in the end game.
Yeah.
I mean, it is kind of because we are literally on the last quarter of the season now.
Yeah.
Assuming it's 54 episodes.
I have not heard otherwise. So.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, the season keeps rolling on.
Yeah.
The same way. And gee, I wonder if the next episode is going to be the same because it's Human Hunter and
owning his mischievous children. And I have no idea what's going on from the preview.
And
we end on the moon.
If they were chasing you, what kind of offering would you make to them?
Ice cream. I'm sure Onis love ice cream.
Yes. Obviously. So yeah, it's another episode. I'm not seeing anything that's going to make it,
Yeah, nothing.
stand out really.
Not looking all that forward to it.
Prove me wrong.
Yeah,
but
make it a great memorable episode.
But I doubt it. But thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more Digimon content from us. And as always, everyone, remember to be awesome. Until the next one, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye for now.